Now that we have a flagship store here in our community, I think it's really cool to see young people and local people taking pride in knowing that we're based in Salinas. For me personally, when I was a kid, and I know for my brother too, just growing up, we were always in the cars. Just seeing cars on the street that were cruising around in Salinas, pretty much got obsessed with it basically. My name is Jesus Espinoza. My brother Juan and I are the founders of Deadend Magazine. We're from Salinas, California. After my dad passed, I thought to myself, what the hell am I going to do with my life? Because my brother was doing graphic design and both of us were really into cars, we had an idea to create a magazine. Learning marketing, learning what type of t-shirt to print on, learning how to use our cameras, all that stuff was all self-taught. The plan was to be typical standard printed every month magazine, which was still happening in 2004. But we were young, so we didn't have any money, so we figured out we could do a website for pretty cheap, $100 or whatever it cost us to start it. And so we just created an online magazine to show people, hey, this is what we're gonna do. One of the big differences that separated us from most of the magazines back in 2004 is building relationships with people. I think that helped us a lot because we were just two young dudes that really like cars. Literally, hey man, we want to shoot your car. All right, cool, come over to the shop. And we'd be there for 8 hours, shoot maybe an hour, and then the rest of the time hang out, drink beers, and eat some food and just get to know people. I think that really made us stand out because we weren't representing anyone. We weren't on assignment. We were just dudes that really appreciate cars. Back in 2004, when we started, everything was kind of more specific. So there was a lowrider magazine and a hot rod magazine and a rod and custom. We were the first ones that I know of that truly mixed. I know sometimes hot rod would throw in a lowrider would sometimes throw in something a little different, but we try to stick to traditional, even though we mixed it up. I think the general public felt the same way we did, but the media wasn't putting it out there like that, so it's pretty cool to see how many people relate to what we like. And I remember hearing that a lot in the beginning. People say, man, you guys get it. You guys understand the style of car that we like. Thankfully, when we created a couple t-shirts, people really liked them. But we didn't have an intention to create a clothing brand. We don't have any background in clothing or streetwear or apparel, whatever you want to call it. But I think there's a market there for people like us that just like well-styled cars. I feel like now with the clothing, an identity was created. So like if you see someone wearing Deadend, you know that they're probably into traditional style or lowriders, or they ride a Harley or something. If you're wearing a Deadend shirt, it's like you're representing the custom car world in our eyes, and I think a lot of people feel that way too. Some of the statements that we put on them and just the style of cars. To go from that to the brand being strong enough to open a flagship store, it was something that we thought about, but it wasn't something that was originally part of the plan. What kind of magazine has a flagship store? Plan was just create a cool magazine and sell it. Thankfully, things went a different way, and now we created a clothing brand with it, and we have a store and we're starting to distribute. I think it's cool to see the local community supporting us because they see that we just had an idea and we have a passion for classic cars, and we've come to the point that we're at now. you can create your own opportunity. And as long as you really dig something, you're going to have fun, enjoy it, and you can create income from it and still do what you like to do.